When it comes to this game, I would have to say, we did our thing. It was a sloppy game when we saw the game. What? Why are you laughing? What is
We
this?
did our thing.
nah,
We
nah,
did
all
our
jokes
thing.
aside, it was a real sloppy first quarter. It seemed like both of these teams, it was their first time in a championship, which it was. It seemed like they had really no composure. They were just running back and forth. It seemed like, they was just turning over the ball as the game started. But it seemed like somewhere in that second quarter, when San Antonio went up, I think about 10 or 9, that's when the game changed. It was a play when Dylan Harper, and I like the nickname they gave his dad, Five Ring Ron, 5 rings Ron, that he started chanting in Jalen Brunson's face. And that was when the game turned for a basketball player, because Dylan Harper started talking to Jalen Brunson as if he was better than him. And that's how he was playing it. So then that's when Jalen Brunson started going crazy. And I'm telling you, when I saw this game, when I was looking at the way the offense is being run, it seemed like the Knicks came out on a full speed and they're playing a tempo that's going to force Wemby out of the picture. And whenever you got a big man on the floor, you got to play that fast. And it seemed like they made it their business to keep this as an up-tempo game. Jalen Brunson was getting the shots that he wanted. It seemed like they was keeping Wemby to a minimum of what he could do. And this is what they're going to have to do in order to keep this series in a place where the Knicks can stay dangerous. I said the Knicks in 6. But if they win the next one, we might have to bring the broom out. I'm just going to talk reckless today. If they win another game, they're not leaving New York. I'm just letting y'all know. So make sure all you San Antonio fans, Cam included, if they win the next game, I might have to ask Josh to buy me a broom. For real.
Bandwagon at its highest form. Highest form of, and from a person that's my nigga is really low standards. The standards are absolutely low. But that's what you get up here lately. That's what you actually get up here lately. Look, when I watch this game, right?
Yeah.
And this is what I seen, and I'm gonna go backwards when I'm talking about this game. The Knicks would have actually won this game by more points. This is exactly what happened, my opinion, in game 1, even a little bit worse, when they played Cleveland and they was down 18 in game 1, and they ended up coming back, and Cleveland never recovered the rest of the series. This is exactly what happened. I don't know what's up with San Antonio this whole playoff series, but you cannot do this with the Knicks. Every series, starting with Portland all the way through Oklahoma City, through Minnesota, they have 15-point leads. Now, don't get me wrong, 14, 15-point leads. I'm not saying that's 20, 25-point leads. And we know that today's NBA game is faster. The three-point shots help you get back quicker. But you can't be letting up motherfucking 15-point leads in the second half and think it's cool, my nigga. It's just not going to happen. And the best player on the floor tonight is Jalen Brunson. That's just that. I don't know if they drug Wemby. I don't know what the fuck happened. Wemby, you can sit there and look at the box score and be like, well, he did all right. No, the fuck he did not do all right. Jalen Brunson, like Trish said, wasn't playing good until it was clutch time. Fourth quarter, the best player starting with game 1 throughout all these playoffs is Jalen Brunson. That's just that. I have to apologize to him, especially what he did last series to the Cavaliers, Tyrese Maxey. I want to count Atlanta. But all these dogs that San Antonio got, they were doing good for 3 quarters, but unfortunately, the basketball game was not 3 quarters. It was 4 quarters. Next thing I like to say is, Mitch Johnson, you got our coach. You got our coach. Me and Larry was sitting there watching this shit, and he's like, yo, Mike Brown is making all the right decisions. It was close in the fourth. I think they was up 11 points, 9 points, something like that, with 2 minutes left. And the Knicks made a run, and they was up 5. Pardon me if I'm getting a little confused. Put it like this. The Knicks were up 5, were up like 9, and then they cut it to 5 on the Spurs. Mike Brown called a crucial timeout saying, okay, before this shit get out of hand, We got about 5 minutes left. Jalen Brunson had just scored 9 points in a row. Let's take a timeout, get it back in Jalen Brunson's hands, and figure this offense out. Also, towards the end of the game, when it was about 35 seconds left, he didn't waste his challenge. The ball had went out on the New York Knicks. They challenged it. Come to find out, went on the Spurs. And then that also solidified the game with free throws because they was already up 6. So Mike Brown definitely outcoached Mitch Johnson. If I'm Mitch Johnson, I'm sitting there and I'm saying I have to change whatever I've been doing. You think about the games that the Spurs played against the Knicks this season. When they came to the Garden, they lost by 25 points. I'm talking about the Spurs. When they played in the Cup, they lost to the Spurs the Spurs lost to the Knicks convincingly in the Cup. The one win that the Spurs did have against the Knicks this season, at home, they only won by 2 points. Before the series started, I said that it'd be a better matchup, Knick-wise, for them to play OKC because it seems like this season, the New York Knicks have the San Antonio Spurs number. Now, look, we have time to see what happens, but don't go down to New York 0-2. And Mase is right about that. Do not go back there 0-2, nigga. Now, the next thing I'll say, as far as coaching is concerned, we understand that the Spurs play by committee. This person have the high hand. This person do a second half. This person do a third quarter. Look, man, you see what the Knicks do? Run the ball through fucking Jalen Brunson, man. I don't give a fuck if Alvarado hit 3 threes, nigga. I don't care if Champagny, get the ball in Jalen Brunson's hand. And these
Champagny.
No, not Champagny. Champagny on our team. Sham. I don't give, pardon me, Sham. I don't give a fuck how many threes Sham had. I don't give a fuck if motherfucking Alvarado hit this. Man, get the ball in Jalen Brunson's hands. And that's what San Antonio falls apart from. You got Champagny with 15 points in the first half, only take 2 shots in the second half and hit 1 free throw. He was on fire the first half. Dylan Harper's on fire the first half. Why would you go away from that? Nah, swing the ball, rotate. Nah, nigga, ice cream.
Yeah.
Dylan
Harper was going crazy.
I don't know if y'all know what ice cream mean. Ice cream mean, nigga, wave away picks.
Yeah, I got this.
Nigga, move. Move, nigga. Chill, murder. Go ahead. I got one. I got one. Dance time, nigga. You on the dance floor, nigga. Why go away from that? Swing the ball. Let's rotate the ball. Next thing, San Antonio, y'all are way too comfortable with letting Victor Wembanyama run the offense. Nigga gets the rebound, and he starts dribbling up the court, and y'all niggas just start running down the court. He gets pockets picked. He's getting the ball swiped away from him, period. I don't know what's going on, and like I said, I haven't played basketball in a long time, but if my son, I know the game's changed, but if my son to get the ball, I'm running up to him. Give me the ball, bro.
Yeah, he can't be spinning in the lanes with niggas 5'11",
bro, nigga, this man gets the rebound, and the rest of the team just be running up the floor. Nah, dear, come get the ball. Nah, my nigga, we can't. Did you see this shit is not working with him always bringing the ball up? Now, don't get me wrong. It looks amazing when he comes up and hits a 3 like, oh. Nah, nigga, nah, that is not the move. And Mitch Johnson needs to check that. You were too comfortable as a coach with that. Yo.
Yeah, he got him spinning in the lanes, and the Knicks was looking for that. They getting all of that. Pause. We running the other way.
Nigga, you as a coach, you got to say, hold the ball and let the guards come get it. That's first and foremost. Next thing, De'Aaron Fox, you the weakest link. Sorry, you the weakest link. 3 for 13.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Mase, you had your turn. You just the ninth line stuff. You had the ninth line stuff.
Kim, your takes are like 10 minutes.
Oh, well, if you choose to give...
In the zone.
Go ahead.
In the zone.
Listen, it's not my fault because you want to wear a shirt and just troll. I'm giving you facts about the game.
Okay.
You can talk for as long as you want. It's your show. Right. I'm just giving you actual facts about the whole game. I watched the game, so I'm giving you my mind as I see the game. I'm sorry if my takes are long, but all this shit happened. And like I said, I'm looking at the mistakes, but if we can come back to you, I appreciate you chiming in, though. I don't want to seem like I'm ungrateful. I appreciate the chiming. But if you're going with we and all that, I need to break down what really happened from the other perspective. With De'Aaron Fox, you're the weakest link. You are in the paint, open, and you keep missing bunnies, bro. You are right there. I'm not blaming that on your ankle. I'm not blaming 3 for 13 at your ankle. Secondly, stop falling in love with the three. Y'all hit a three and y'all think it's 3-point time. Not just San Antonio Spurs, the Knicks too. They're terrible shooting from three as well. Better than San Antonio. But you hit 2 threes and then everybody think, oh, 3-point time, 3-point time. No, it's not 3-point time, bro. It's not. I'm sorry, it's just not. And it didn't work out for you. De'Aaron Fox, come sit next to me if I'm Mitch. Come sit it out because you're not producing and you haven't been producing for a while. I know you're injured, but everybody's injured. Next, Stephon Castle, you got to stop being indecisive. It's niggas who be talking about you can make first team All-NBA next year. You could be one of these niggas like SGA. You know what SGA ain't gonna do? Get in that mid-range game and look to pass to the 3-point line. He gonna turn around and he gonna shoot. I'd rather you shoot the ball than make the turnover and make a bad pass. Yo, Mase, I never seen so many niggas in the paint look to pass. I just never seen it. I've never seen niggas make their way in the paint and be like looking around. You're in the paint. Referees, y'all need to start calling 3 seconds because niggas be camping out. They bought a tent, a sleeping bag, and everything else. A canteen, all that shit. They just be living in the 3-point land. But I don't know, Dollar, they don't fucking call 3 seconds like they used to. These are all the mistakes that they made. Champagne on fire, Harper on fire, you don't go back to them in the second half. Castle, you're very indecisive. De'Aaron Fox, I don't know your weakest link. Wemby, you look drugged. And the Knicks, I'm telling you right now, the Knicks didn't even play good and they won by 10 points. They just set an NBA record, most consecutive double-digit leads, double-digit wins in the playoffs, period. Knicks setting records on all you niggas. So get it together or forget it forever. Sorry, I was long-winded.
Nope, don't even apologize. I already watched the whole game and I felt like I'm rewatching
Yeah,
the game.
that's what I'm
the
saying.
breakdown that I like. Like, this is
that's
good.
exactly what happened.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I know you went through all the things that you didn't like from the Spurs, and Trysta, I'm going to let you go first, but how concerned should Spurs fans be from this game one? And then what are some other adjustments that you would like to see that could potentially, change gears for them for game two?
Well, I'm very concerned because De'Aaron Fox hasn't been himself since that ankle injury. And I think Cam is 100% right. We're not going to just allow him to rest on the ankle injury. Like, he's got to be better. Other than Champagne, the rest of the Spurs went 6 for 33 from three. This has been the Achilles heel for this team all year. They can get hot and they can get super cold. And Cam is right. Like, just because you hit 1-3 doesn't mean that that's all you need to be doing for your offense. The offense looks, I wouldn't say like broken. At times it looks very stagnant. It looks like Wemby is playing as a guard instead of being a 7'5" center. Yep. I don't know why he's not in the fucking paint.
Right.
Like, lobs, dunks, use your body, go at Karl-Anthony Towns, get Karl-Anthony Towns into foul trouble. What the fuck, Wemby? I think he's doing this whole thing where he wants to be, pulling up from three and hitting that big clutch shot. And so to me, that's the main thing that Mitch Johnson needs to focus on is like, Wemby, you're a center. We have guards. They're really good. And the guards are going to do guard things, and we're going to play inside out. You're going to hit some threes, but that's not going to be all we do. So I'm very concerned. I think in general, you had the Knicks, like Cam and Mase both said, didn't play a great game at all. There's a lot more room for them to put their foot on the gas, right? OG didn't play well. Josh Hart only had 5 points, but he was still a game high plus 22. Mitchell Robinson was a non-factor. So, there's a bunch of Mikal Bridges didn't even play that well. You got role players that are going to play really well at the Garden. I think they just need to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right when it comes to how Wemby is playing. But I think more than anything, they need a better offense. Like, the offense that they're running is almost like iso ball. They could run a motion. It's like 3 other style of technique they could run that every time with the slashes they have, if they would just spread the floor and just pass and go through, pass and pick, if they was just doing that and then setting up the high screens, they would get so many pick and rolls with Wemby to the basket. And anytime that they got these guards that could make it to the basket, whether it's Castle, whether it's Harper, like what he was doing in the beginning, every time they miss, Wemby would be right there. But the style of play that they're doing now is also going to get them in foul trouble because the floor is not spread. There's not enough space. But this is what I was talking about the last two playoff series when I keep talking about the importance of a point guard. When you got a point guard versus a combo guard, the floor is spaced. I don't know if you remember when that time when Alvarado first got in the game and he starts spacing the floor and then he goes to the basket. He swings it back out. Josh missed the three, but then somebody else hit the three. And then it just started picking up because you got a floor general on the floor. And this is going to be important for this series. And another thing that I saw that was very vital with San Antonio is just they turned the ball over too much. When you get high double digits, when you start getting into double digits of turnovers, you're not going to win against a great team, especially if that team can have transitional points. And the Knicks showed that last night.
And what's the question?
Yeah, basically you talked about the things that you didn't like, but what adjustments are you expecting to see?
I disagree with what Mase said, and not in a bad way.
Yeah.
I just think that they too unselfish. You trying to run the offense, you got to realize this offense is being passed down from Pop. And you don't have the personnel yet. They could grow to be the personnel of a Tony Parker, of a Bruce Bowen, of a Manu Ginobili, and of a Tim Duncan. But this is the indecisiveness of Stephon Castle. You're running a play, you're in the paint, and you're passing. And and don't get me wrong, they're cutting. And I see the ISO that you're talking about, but it drives me crazy when they're passing too much. Yo, bro, I understand. You're running offense. Okay, cool, we're running offense. Fuck that offense. Fuck that.
Yeah, when you're in the paint, get a basket.
Get a basket, bro. Get up, fuck that. Let coach be mad at me. And when you say ISO, you're right. When it's Wemby, it's like these niggas just go over here and let Wemby be at the fucking key, bringing the ball up. What are y'all doing? What is that? That's definitely a bunch of ISO for Wemby. I have to agree with that part. I do, but when I'm talking about when I see fucking
No, it was cool when Harper was doing it because he was getting baskets.
Yeah, absolutely. But when I see De'Aaron Fox get past his man and it's not a defender within 2.5, 3 feet of him, and he passes the ball, it drives me crazy. Stephon Castle drives me all the way fucking crazy with that shit. You're in the paint, because we see him when he does shoot, he get a basket. But just plenty times you get in the paint and you're looking for the wide open 3-point or looking for somebody who you think may be wide open. And you could just make the layup, then you pass it. Sometimes you get the ball to him and they miss. Look, I'd rather you take a one-on-one contested shot in the paint than throw it to somebody in the corner for three who's not shooting over 30% or 35% from three. That's just my opinion. So the answer to the question is, what the Spurs should be concerned about? The exact question?
Should Spurs fans be concerned and then adjustments for game 2 that you're
You damn right they should be concerned. Because I'll tell you this much, bro. I said it in the last take. The Knicks are coming off of playing, I believe, 4 games in 23 days or some shit like that. And they didn't look good until the fourth, not even the fourth, the middle of the fourth.
Yeah.
The middle of the fourth. And this is exactly what happened with Cleveland. They was cold. Cleveland was up 18 points, and they went on some wild run and ended up beating Cleveland, and Cleveland never recovered. This was looking like deja vu. And I'm not going to say that the Spurs looked bad at Cleveland, but this is deja vu. Do not get caught up and lose game 2. I'm telling you that right now. I don't know what Wemby was doing. I don't know if the moment was too big, but that is a coach's job to get your superstar under control and run your offense correctly. It is too. Listen, I know I'm going off about it. I am not comfortable with Wemby getting a rebound and everybody running up the floor. I'm just not. I've been plenty of times, and like I said, we know the big man has changed, and me and Mase being guards would sprint to a fucking center or forward to come get the ball to bring it up. Not saying when we can't dribble, not saying what happened, but we seen the spin around. We seen the motherfucking his footing look weird. Like his legs look weird and shit on the spins and so on and so forth. But then again, when you got Josh Hart picking De'Aaron Fox pockets, what else? What do you do? What do you do? Stephon Castle's not a traditional point guard. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, they in trouble. And they better fix it next game. And if they do win, it better be convincingly. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because the Knicks already did what they need to do. All they need to do is win one game to steal home court advantage. And that's it. So they did their job already in game one.
Yeah, it is looking a little scary. I know Mase, you said a sweep, which doesn't sound right, but
Man,
at this point, I don't.
when you got Mitchell Robinson getting a oop and the and one dunk, it's looking like it could be a sweep.
That would be crazy.
Right?
They
That
can't
would be
let it
crazy. You talking about New York will never be the same again. They get a sweep. Oh my goodness. And a chip. Might be a gentleman. They might get one.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see. Last thing, just concerning the game, because we'll see the breakdown as we watch the series. There was a moment where we saw how a fan ran onto the court, and I don't even know how he was able to do. I know it happens all the time, but finals game is crazy. And he was actually able to snag a picture with Wemby, and then right now it's like a trending discussion because they feel as if Wemby was smiling. Trysta, did you see that moment? Did you have an issue with Wemby's reaction? Just your initial thoughts on that whole situation.
It was wild. I was getting off the plane. I think I was waiting for my lift when that happened. And I mean, I just feel like we have so many more issues with Wemby than that. But a fan being able to jump onto the floor and take a selfie just shows that they had no interest in really watching the game. Those tickets were insane prices. I mean, you're talking about the peak of all basketball, and you're trying to jump on the floor in the fourth quarter. I didn't know what Wemby was doing. I think he was probably like, what is this dude doing? I don't know what he's up to. It seemed like he was more stunned than into the moment.
Yeah. And Mase Kim, any final thoughts on the fan jumping on the court?
This just reminds me of, honestly, when I think it was Mike Tyson fighting Holyfield in the Garden, and somebody landed like in a parachute in the ring.
It wasn't in the Garden because you can't land in the Garden, but I know what you're
in
talking
Vegas somewhere.
Yeah.
I just remember somebody landing in the championship fight,
yeah.
and you just know it's going. That's another sign it might be upset. That's what I was thinking when weird stuff happened like that.
Yeah, what I took from it is this. You know, I go to games, and they have people who actually sit in games, right, who don't watch the games. I'm talking about security. Like, if this is the court, they actually, the whole game, sit like this to watch the audience. Literally, if you ever go to an NBA game, go watch it. There's people around the court. Seriously, they don't watch the game. They're trained for just to watch the crowd. But I also look at them people, and they look about 81 years old. They look old as fuck. So, you know, it's like one of them things like, yo, let Grady still work here, man. You know, we don't really have too much trouble. Let Shirley keep her job, you know what I'm saying? You know, let Phyllis still the job. Yo, you gotta have young niggas who's fast on the move, man. Because what if that was different? What if they had a bat, a little miniature bat? What if it's a knife? You know, I'm pretty sure that they have metal detectors, so it's not a knife. But it's dangerous. You know, it's dangerous. And I think Wemby handled it well, because if he would have did something else, you know, that's why they want to make him the face of the NBA. You know, he knows how to handle himself in these situations. I know people like he was smiling or whatever, but what are you going to do, push the nigga and be like, fuck out of here? Other people would. Don't get it fucked up. There's people that would. But, you know, this is why they're trying to, he has great mannerism and so on and so forth. But yeah, you gotta get these older people, and no disrespect, I want older people to get their pension, their check. Pardon me, any way you could work, how you could work, but when player safety or people's safety is concerned at these events, you almost need off-duty Navy SEAL. These niggas is getting $100 million. These are $100 million niggas, hundreds of $1 million niggas. They need better protection.
Yeah, that's a fact. And he did handle it well, because, I mean, we're seeing in football, even this incident with DK Metcalf, he went and punched the fan. Like, everybody reacts differently, which you shouldn't do that. So shout out to Wemby. But hopefully game 2, the Spurs can figure it out, because the Knicks definitely started hot.